This is an ad for a project management tool called Monday.com. This is what it looks like, and this is what it feels like.
Record your Minecraft videos with this powerful tool. You can record your Minecraft videos with this powerful tool. That's also free.
Netcasts you love from people you trust. This is Twit.
Help support Twit with your Amazon purchases. Visit twit.tv/Amazon, click on the Amazon banner, and shop as usual. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps support Twit. That's twit.tv/Amazon, and we thank you for your support. Hello and welcome to OMG Craft. I'm your host, OMG Chad. This is a show that'll teach you how to become a Minecraft expert in no time. We are answering your email once again. This says, as a fellow yet non-successful YouTuber, I have a question that is on everybody's mind. What is the best but free screen recorder out there? Along with that, what is the best screen recorder that you can get without installing anything? Thanks, I would really like to know, Brendan. Thanks a lot, Brendan, for sending that in. And we get this asked all the time. What program should I use to record Minecraft? Way back in the day, I did a complete course on this topic covering 6 different programs and how to use them. But that was almost a year ago. Since then, Open Broadcaster Software, or OBS, has become extremely popular and one of my go-to recommendations for people who want to record. It's also free, and it's also available on PC, Mac, and soon to be Linux. One thing of note, that if you're using the Mac version, you'll only be able to pull your whole screen, which you can then resize and crop. So if you don't want to show menus, you can do that. But you won't be able to directly hook into the game like you can on PC. Yep. So this is OBS in this window right here, Open Broadcaster Software. First, let me just quickly explain the overview of what you're all looking at. You have your scenes over here in this box, and then inside of a scene, you'll have the sources of that scene. You have a few buttons to stop and start your streaming or recording or preview your stream. You also have global sources and your settings. Let's jump into settings real quick. Over here in general, you can choose your language, and you can also choose which profile you're on. And you can have multiple profiles, which is something that I use, one to record face cam and one to actually stream. We're going to cover local recording because that's what we wanted to do. But if you wanted to, you could rename this something, add it as a scene, and now it is in the drop-down list. But we're going to stay on local recording. You have a few other options down here. On encoding, the main thing right here is you can set your bit rate, which if you want a higher quality video, you could set this to a higher quality bit rate. Remember that this does impact if you have slower internet, if you're streaming, or processing speed if you have a slower computer. So you'll just have to kind of play around with that. Normally, audio settings are pretty good at default. If for some reason you wanted better bitrate on audio, you could change it there. And then if you change something and you don't hit apply down here, it'll prompt you every time, like, are you sure you want to apply? And I'm going to say yes. Next is the broadcast settings, and this is where you can choose if you're going to live stream or file output only, which is basically another way of saying that it's going to record a movie onto your hard drive. If you're in the live stream settings, you have lots of information for servers, and if you stream, whichever streaming partner will provide servers and API keys. And they do have a nice drop down, so if you choose a very popular service like Twitch, it will already load in the servers, and it'll even give you notes that some of your settings might not be optimal for streaming to Twitch. But we're not going to do this. We're going to do file output only. We're going to choose what we want this to be named and where. We'll put it in the videos, and we'll just call this recording. There we go. If you do record multiple times, it will increment a number at the end of your file path, so you don't have to worry about it overwriting any of your files. There are some nice hotkeys here, which is what I use whenever I stream or record. So we could set the hotkey to be the insert, and that will start my stream, or stop the stream. You could have it to be end or delete or something like that. Same thing with recording. We're going to set that to insert. We're actually going to clear the stream hotkey because we're not going to be streaming. Over on video, yes, and I would like to apply those, normally it will choose the resolution of your monitor. You can change that if you want. You can also say that it captures at that resolution, but then it's going to downscale it to another size. So if you choose 1.5, that would be 720p. We're going to keep it at 1080 for now. Next is your audio, so you can choose where the desktop audio is coming from. If you had multiple speakers and you wanted to configure it, so some things went to some speakers, some didn't, you get to record your desktop audio, which means that you'll hear Minecraft, and then also a microphone audio, which means that we will hear you. And you also have options to mute and unmute microphones. So say you have to sneeze, you could hit a button real fast, sneeze, and it wouldn't be in your recording. You can also boost the audio of your microphone or your desktop. And then also, if for some reason your microphone is out of sync with the video, you can reset that right here by adding or removing delay. Another thing to note is if for some reason your microphone's coming in on only one channel, like the left or right channel, you can force your auxiliary audio to mono, which is normally what I like anyway, because most microphones aren't stereo, they're all mono. So make sure that it's mono and it won't come in on one ear or the other. We're going to apply that. Under advanced, there are a few more optimizations on how fast the CPU will encode these frames, different sorts of buffering for all sorts of multi-threaded stuff. And generally, you don't have to hang out in this advanced area unless if, say, something tells you to do that in your broadcast settings because you're streaming to Twitch or something like that. It also has a noise gate built in, which is very nice. This allows basically it to mute your mic if your mic isn't above a certain level. So let's say you have a background hum that you're trying to get rid of, but whenever you speak, you're going to speak a lot louder than that hum. So you can set your noise gate to mute your mic until you start to speak. And you can also enable and disable a preview so that you can kind of hear it happen in action. That's a general run through of settings. Now, what can you do with this? Well, once we've created a scene, and so we'll just right click and add a new scene, call it scene 2, why not? We can switch between scenes right here. Now I'm going to add a source. And let's just say the window capture, so the window behind me. I can name this something, so I could call this desktop if I wanted to make sure that I can kind of keep track of it later. I can either choose a window. Oh, wait, I chose window capture. I thought I was choosing desktop capture. So this is going to capture a window. Desktop doesn't quite make sense for something to rename it. But it'll capture, say, Minecraft here. And I hit OK. Now, you don't see anything happening. And that's because we need to preview it. It saves, your processor speed by not rendering anything until you.
Ah, that's what I got misunderstood for. Okay.
You preview. So once I hit preview, there we go.